Alright, hello and welcome to the first last minute racing video log. We're in the GTS today. I'm actually just leaving my dad's place of all things. Got a bit to talk about today actually, there's a lot happening. Ford Ranger. Bloody Fords. Alright, so first thing on the agenda, Dyno. The Dyno is officially up and running. It's been upgraded by Dyno Dynamics. The only thing I've got left to do before it's going to be completely 100% operational is make a set of ramps. They're mostly done, and a good friend of mine, Jack, who you probably know from some other videos, he is helping me with that, and he's an amazing TIG welder. Him and obviously having his business Pirate Performance, he's an amazing fabricator, so I'm glad to have him on board giving me a hand with that. So that's good. Yeah, after that we'll start getting some cars on the Dyno, which is really exciting. I'm really looking forward to building my experience with a whole bunch of different cars. Obviously at the moment I'm just using the HP Tuners software package, which allows me to basically tune Fords, Holdens and Chryslers, so basically Hemis, LS based cars or V6s, as well as the Barra, whether that be a Coyote, Voodoo, Barra Turbo, whatever. So that's really exciting, but I want to get a software package to allow me to tune the normal dual cab utes, so things like the Rangers, the BT50s, Amaroks, Hiluxes, etc. I'm looking at two options. I'm curious what people think on the subject. So basically the two options I'm looking at are a company called Alien Tech, which basically make a software interface that allows me to plug in to a multitude of vehicles. In fact, it's a huge compatibility list of vehicles. Allow them to plug into either the OBD2 port or by physically taking the ECU out of the car, and it allows me to tune the factory ECU. Downsides of that particular product, it's horrendously expensive as far as actually my licensing fees are concerned, but also depending on the vehicle it can be quite limited as far as what you can do, especially something like, I don't know, I'm just going to pick it on the Toyota 200 series. Whilst it is possible to get good results on a vehicle like that, it does take a lot of R&D, and obviously for a single man operation with, you know, a dyno running part-time, I don't know that's really feasible, because it basically what it does, it just extracts the contents of the car's ECU as a hex dump. So basically hexadecimal values, which if you don't know what they are, Google them. Basically that's all it is, and you're going to have to identify all the tables and values that you want to be able to modify as part of the tune. And that's fine if you've got a team of guys who write tune files, like someone like ECU West, but just me tuning people's cars, I really want to get that personal experience with the customer, as well as being able to develop the best product that I can with the resources that I have available. And I don't personally think that's the right way to go. There is an option where ECU West will write my tune files for me, but I don't know, I'd prefer to do it myself, to be perfectly honest. The other option is a company called Unichip, obviously Australian company, and basically they make, I mean, look, I don't like the fact that they've associated the word chip with it. To me, a chip is a nasty eBay thing that costs you $70. You know, the common rail diesel might up the rail pressure a little bit, and that's about it. These are nothing like that. So a Unichip is actually quite an expensive chip, and basically what it is, it's more acclimatized with an engine management system, or like a Haltech or whatever it might be. And basically what it allows me to do as a tuner is pretty much adjust everything to do with injection, fuel control, timing, etc. And the way it does that is through the use of injector drivers where necessary, so I get full control of the injectors. That's on common rail diesels, obviously. You can use it on certain petrol vehicles, but I probably won't be using it for that. It'll mainly be for the diesels. Good things, I get to tune it, which means I get to develop my tunes relatively quickly and personalise them for the customer depending on mods or whatever it might be. And one customer might just want nice safe power for towing, and that's it. The next customer might want multiple tunes, because you can do that with a Unichip, with a map select switch, and I can do a towing tune, a standard valet tune, a performance tune, whatever, an economy tune or whatever, which is cool. And then the next customer, might want to go to the diesel drags for all I know. And if that's the case, then obviously we're just going to be shooting for optimum performance, and we're not going to be worried too much about engine reliability as much as the others. Excuse me. So yeah, look, I'm leaning towards the Unichip because I think it's a fantastic product. It's reasonably priced for what it is, and I think it'll allow me to service that clientele really, really well. So, now that I've got tuning stuff out of the way, let's talk about the GTS. So I've been umming and ahhing about what I'm doing car-wise for a while now, as a lot of you are going to be aware. And basically what I've settled on, in fact I just sold my GU Patrol yesterday, is I'm keeping the GTS. I'm going to do a few mods to it, and it's going to be a bit of a billboard for my business as far as the dyno things are concerned. So what I want to know from you guys is, what's the first mod you'd like to see done to the GTS? I don't care whether it's cosmetic, performance-wise, whatever. I want to know what it is you guys want to see, and then I may or may not listen to you and do what I want to do. But we'll go from there. That'd be awesome. I'm going to do, my first mod's going to be an Elite catch can, just for a safety aspect. But after that, I want you guys to choose. So we'll see what you come up with. The GTS is, now that I've lived with it for a little while, it really, really is quite a surprising car. It's amazingly comfortable if you're driving it every day. Now, I mean, as brutally honest, obviously 430 kilowatts from the factory. It's certainly no slouch. However, this is me we're talking about here, and I always want more power, especially in a street car, so there certainly is going to be more power coming. And as I said, if you guys have any ideas in regards to that, anything cool, maybe a little bit less left of field that we haven't seen many people doing, I'd love to hear what it is your idea involves, because I'm pretty open to stuff like that. Obviously I want this car to stand out. There's quite a few HSV GTSs around the place. I'll just give it a little bit of a squirt here. You can probably see that car in the background. That's a bit rude. Alright, set some cruise control here. But yeah, incredibly comfortable, nice and fast. Probably the only complaint that I have with the car is actually the build quality. I mean, I didn't really expect anything, too over the top being HSV, but whilst it is pretty good in a whole, little annoying things like trim that's loose and rattles and stuff like that. When you spend $100,000 on a car, you don't really expect to have problems like that. And if I'd bought something like a Mercedes A45 AMG or something of the like, I'm pretty confident none of that would have been an issue. But oh well, I've got the GTS now. I love it. It's fantastic, and I plan on driving a little bit more than I currently do. Not too worried about as far as how many kilometers I'm putting on the thing. It currently has 40,000 kilometers on it. It's only clicked over yesterday, so yeah, whatever. Just drive the thing. They're made to be driven. Why not? Alright guys, I'm going to conclude the first last minute racing video log there. If you have any questions or comments, obviously put them in the comments section. I'll do my best to get back to all of you, and obviously any suggestions that you have for the car moving forward, I'd love to hear from you, whether that's on my Facebook page, Instagram or YouTube. Thanks very much guys, I'll speak to you soon.